fellow British Southern Cameroonians, fellow Ambazonians. I come today to you to talk to you, to give you this very important and vital eye-opener that you should be wise and know that the conspiracy against Southern Cameroon's independence to keep our resources under the control of French multinationals through the regime, the colonial regime in Yaoundé, is very much alive, and it is not a theory. Before our very own eyes, we are being outsmart. The adoption of our leader, His Excellency Seseko, and his cabinet member was done so timely. Yesterday, SDF has dispatched members into our communities to ask people to vote, to register to vote. We know very well that there is no free and fair election in La Republic du Cameroon, and electoral seats are designated according to the political outlook that Paul Biya wants to portray in the world. We know very well that SDF attempt to even open a debate in the Senate and in the Parliament has been futile because they have no voice. Their presentation there does nothing but enables the colonialization regime to continue within our territory. Their frustration is evident and is plain for everyone to see. There is no mandate for the British Southern Cameroons to be presented in La Republique du Cameroon. We know the reason why Frundi was upset with Honorable Weber. We know the reason why he has stood his ground to block our parliamentarians from resigning and reconvening in Boya, as they did when they were in Enugu. We have been hearing of reports in the office of the Secretary General of the United Nations that his two envoys that visited Frundi, despite Frundi coming out in the public and giving lip service that if there is a civil war in Cameroon, Paul Biya will be held responsible. We have heard that in his reports to the United Nations Secretary General, he characterized the issue in Southern Cameroon as a problem of marginalization, as an eternal problem. He is giving a cover for Paul Biya to continue his regime. We do not know why. We don't know whether he is being blackmailed. We don't know what is going on with Frundi. But we know now, having read personally the report from Phila Munyang to Paul Biya, elaborating the SDF presentation to Patricia Scotland, the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, that SDF is working in concert with Paul Biya to destroy the struggle and the aspiration of the people of the British Southern Cameroons. We know that the coming election this year in our territory has been designated like some type of a referendum to see if our people are participating in this regime. Registering to vote is selling out our territory and selling the next 40 generations of British Southern Cameroonians into slavery, second-class citizens, marginalization, identity genocide. Our people have to be wise and know that they have taken away our leader at this moment to facilitate the campaign and the launching of the election this coming year and the school resumption. Our people should be wise and they should know this. While we look upon our government for instructions, we as activists and vanguards to this struggle, we are informing you to be wise. No Southern Cameroonian should fall for this and register to vote. Akere Muna has been bought by the French, and he's getting into election on the basis of 0 constituents. And Frundi has become a facilitator and an accomplice to the colonial regime. There are a lot of SDF parliamentarians and senators who have voiced their frustration to us. We know this firsthand. There is that disconnect, and SDF stands to gain over 500 million in participating in this election as a party, excluding what Frundi will benefit personally. We cannot allow this to happen. The only thing we can do as activists is to inform you to make the right decisions. No British Southern Cameroonian should register to vote in an electoral system of a foreign government. No British Southern Cameroonians should register to vote. Doing so is treason, is selling out our right of self-determination, is selling out our struggle. Why the people in Manfe, in Manu, have been driven out of their homes as refugees in Nigeria. Where Mancho BBC and thousands upon thousands of our Southern Cameroonians languish in prison. This should never happen.